Hello, children. Today I am doing a mathematics sample paper of class 10 Cbse board. So the first only the section A I am doing. Here it is saying that in section A there are 10 questions of 1 mark each, and we have to choose a correct choice from the four given choices. So, number one, which of the following equations has the sum of its roots as 3? So, in the A, these are the four choices. So, let us find out in which of the given choices the sum of the roots is 3. We know the sum of roots is equal to minus b by a. So, in the A choice, what is b? B is the here the sum of roots. Okay, in the A choice, the b is the x coefficient. Here you put a minus sign and the coefficient is plus 3. Put in bracket. A is the coefficient of x squared. So there is 1. So solve it. It is minus 3 upon 1, which is minus 3. In the B choice, so this is not a correct choice. A is incorrect because here the sum is minus 3. In the B, sum of roots is equal to minus b by a. So in the second B choice, the it is minus the b is the coefficient of x, so which is plus 3 divided by a is the coefficient of x squared. It is minus 1. So it is minus 3 upon minus 1, which is plus 3. So the correct choice is B. Okay. Then also you may check the C and D. In the C, the sum of roots is what? So the sum of roots is minus B by A. So it is B is the x coefficient. So it is minus 3 divided by root 2 divided by A, which is root 2. So this is minus 3 divided by root 2 into root 2. So that comes to minus 3 by 2. So this is also not the correct choice. Number D is here. The sum of roots is here minus b by a. B is here minus 3 divided by a. A is here 3. A minus of minus 3. A, B is minus 3. So simplify it. It is plus 3 divided by plus 3. It is 1. So the correct choice is B. Okay, so that is the answer. Now we are moving to the sum number 2. Here it is asking sum of the first 5 multiples of 3. So here the sequence is the AP series. So the series here, the sum will be what? 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15. So the sum, this is a AP series. So the formula is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d. So here n is the number of terms. Number of terms here is 5. Divide by 2. A is the first term. So that is 2 times 3. A is here 3. A is here 3. Now n is here number of terms. 5 minus 1. And D is what? D is the difference, common difference. Okay, 6 minus 3, that is 3. So write here 3. Now simplify it. So this is 5 upon 2, okay, multiplied with 6 plus, that is 4 times 3. So this gives us 5 upon 2 times 18. So divide 18 with 2. This comes to 45. So the correct choice is A. So answer is A. Now we are moving to the third sum. The radii of two concentric circles are 15 centimeter and 17. The length of each chord of one circle which is tangent to the other. So what is the sum saying? Here it is saying that there are two concentric circles. So draw two concentric circles means with the same center. So these are the two concentric circles having the center O, suppose. Now it is saying that there is a one chord of the larger circle which is the tangent to the smaller circle. Let the chord to the larger circle is denoted by AB. Meeting point is suppose D. O is the center. So here the radius of the inner circle, smaller circle is OD, which is here 15 centimeter. Mark here 15. Now the radius of the larger circles is OA or OB. It is 15, 17, sorry. Now we have to find the length of the chord AB. Now here OD is perpendicular to AB because the radius is perpendicular to the tangent. OD is perpendicular to AB. Reason, radius perpendicular to tangent at the point of contact. So in the triangle ODB, because angle ODB is here 90 degree. Okay, so therefore here what we have, OD squared plus DB squared value will be equal to OB squared. It is by Pythagoras' theorem. Okay, now you put the value. So what we have here, OD, we do here OD is 15. That is the radius of the smaller circle. DB length we don't know. Right here DB squared. OB is the radius of the larger circle which is 17. So write 17 squared. So simplify it. So 15 squared is 225 plus dB square is 17 squared, which is 289. So what will be the value of dB? It is equals to 289 minus 225. Okay, 225, when I move to the right, it becomes negative. So that comes to 64. So dB value is here is square root of 64, which is 8 centimeter. Now here the triangle OAB is a isosceles triangle. In the triangle OAB, here OA is equal to OB, radii of the larger circle, radii of larger circle, okay, large circle. Now that will be equal. So perpendicular from the vertex onto the base of isosceles triangle bisects the base. So therefore the triangle OAB is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. So we have AD is equal to BD. Reason, perpendicular from vertex of the isosceles triangle, of isosceles triangle bisects the base, bisects the base. So here the AD is equal to BD. So what will be the length of AB that we are asked to find out? That is 2 times here DB. So DB length we have already calculated. That is here 8 centimeter. So 2 times 8, which is 16 centimeter. So the correct choice here is B. So the B is the correct choice. So the answer is B. Now we are moving to the sum number 4. In this question, in figure 1, PQ is equal and PR are tangents to the circle whose center is O. Show that such that angle QPR is 50 degree. Then find the angle OQR. OQR is this. So how we will calculate it? See here. For this, first you join. First you join P to O. Now here the angle QPO is equal to angle RPO will be half of 50 degree. Each will be equal. Reason tangents are equally inclined. Are equally inclined to the line joining the center. To the line joining the center. Joining the center. Okay. So we have both of these angles are 25 degree each. So this is 25 and this is also 25. Now, in the triangle OPQ, in the triangle OPQ angle PQO, PQO value is 90 degree. Reason PQO is this angle. Reason is radius perpendicular to tangent. Okay, so now the sum of the three angles in any triangle is 180 degree. So what will be the value of here? So here the angle, first you find out, okay, what is the angle O, okay, here the angle POQ value will be how much? So angle here POQ is equal to 180 degree minus 25 plus here 90 degree. So solve it. So we are getting here 180 degree minus, okay, what is the value? Here we are getting 20, here 100, it is 150. So solving it, we are getting here 65 degree. So angle here POQ is 65 degree. Similarly, this angle will be also 65 degree. Okay, angle here, angle here, angle POR will be also 65 degree. So these two are 65, 65. So what is the angle? Therefore, the angle QOR value will be 2 times 65 degree, which is 130 degree. Now in the triangle OQR, OQ and OR are equal in length. So in the triangle OQR, OQ is equal to OR, radii of the same circle, radii of same circle. So what will be the result? So the result will be angle OQR. So therefore, the angle OQR will be equal to here what we are asked to find out OQR. Okay, so OQR will be equal to angle ORQ, and both will be equal. Okay, and each will be 180 minus 30 whole divided by 2, which comes to 50 divided by 2, which is 25 degree, because the base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Isosceles triangle are equal. So what is the value of angle OQR? It is 25 degree. So A is the correct choice. So here A is the correct choice. So the answer is here A. Now we are moving to the question number 5. Two tangents making an angle of 120 degree with each other are drawn to a circle of radius 6 centimeter. Then the length of each tangent is. So here you draw the figure. Figure is not given. So here we are drawing the figure. There is a one circle. So draw two tangents to this circle. So one tangent is this. Other tangent is this. Okay. We are drawing the two tangent. So here the two tangents are drawn to this circle. You take the center of the circle as O and let the tangents meet the circle at A and B. And it is told to us that these two tangents are okay making an angle of 120 degree with each other. So this angle is 120 degree APB. We have to find out, and the radius is given 6 centimeter. That is the length of AO is 6 centimeter. We have to find the length of each tangent. Here you join P to O. So here angle OAP, OAP, angle OAP will be 90 degree. Reason radius perpendicular to tangent. Okay, so here angle APO will be equal to angle BPO, will be both half of 120 degree, which is 60 degree each. Reason the tangents are equally inclined to the line joining the center. Tangents are equally inclined, equally inclined to the line joining the center, to the line joining the center, joining the center. Okay, so each of these angles are 60 degree each. So this angle is 60, this angle is 60. Now in the triangle, in triangle APO, so here you use okay tan 60 degree. So what will be the value of tan 60 degree? It is opposite upon adjacent. That is AO divided by AP. So what is the value of tan 60 degree? It is root 3. And the AO is the radius, which is 6 divided by AP. So what will be the value of AP? It is 6 divided by root 3. So multiply the numerator and denominator with root 3. Okay, we are rationalizing the denominator. So this becomes 6 root 3 divided by 3. Divide 6 with 3. So this comes to 2 root 3 centimeter, which is the length of the tangent. So that is the answer. EP is 2 root 3. So the correct choice is number D. So the D is the correct choice. So the answer is D. Now we are moving to the question number 6. Now what is here the sum saying? Here it is saying that two to draw a pair of tangents to a circle which are inclined to each other at an angle of 100 degree. It is required to draw the tangents at the end points of the two radii of the circle, the angle between which should be. So what is the question saying? Here it is saying that there is a one circle whose center we suppose call it O. Now here there are two radii. Okay, this is A and this is B. There are two tangents being drawn to the circle at the point A and B. Okay, now these two tangents are drawn to the circle, suppose from the point P. Here it is saying that to draw a pair of tangents which are inclined. So the angle is here APB is 100 degree. So it is told to us the tangents are inclined to one another at 100 degree. So in the question it is given to us angle APB value is 100 degree. Now it is asked what is the angle, okay, between the two radii. That is the angle AOB is asked. So to find here in the question it is asking what is the angle between the two radii. So here the angle is asked AOB. So how we will find out? See here. So here, okay, here A in the quadrilateral. In quadrilateral. So this is the quadrilateral. Okay, A, P, B, O. This is a four-sided figure. Here in this quadrilateral angle OAP is equal to angle OBP. Okay, both are 90 degree each. Reason is radius perpendicular to tangent. Okay, these two angles are 90 degree each. Okay, now this angle is 90 degree, this angle is 90 degree. So now in this quadrilateral we have got the three angles value. So the fourth angle we can calculate. So the angle AOB which is asked is the fourth angle. Its value will be 360 degree minus the sum of the three angles which is 90 plus 90 plus 100. Okay, which gives us 360 minus 280. So it is coming to 80 degree. Reason, sum of angles of a quadrilateral together is 360 degree. So the answer is 80 degree. So which is the correct choice here? The correct choice is number C. So the C is the correct choice. Okay, now we are moving to the sum number 7. Here what is asked, given. Here it is saying that, okay, the height of a cone is 60 centimeter. A small cone is cut off at the top by a plane parallel to the base and its volume is 1 upon 64 to the volume of the original cone. So the height from the base at which the section is made. Now what is the sum saying? Here a one cone is given. So let us draw a one cone. Okay, this is a cone. Okay, now here the height of the cone is given. Okay, so we are writing here height, denoting with capital H. So this you call O, A, B, C, these corner points, and call this point D. Now there is a one cone being cut here by a plane parallel to the base. Now here the height of the original cone is here 60 centimeter. So capital H value is 60 centimeter. A small cone is cut off by a plane parallel to the base and the volume of this cone, call this point E, F and this point G. Now here it is Let the height of this smaller cone is denoted by a small h. Okay, so now it is told to us volume of the smaller cone. Volume of a small cone is 1 upon 64 times the volume of the original cone. Original cone, right? Original cone. Now, in the question, it is asking the height from the base which the section is made. So, it is asking this cone is okay, the base of this cone, the smaller cone which is cut, is at what height from the base of the original cone. So, we have to find actually here the h minus small h that is asked in the question. Okay, is h capital H minus small h. So here we will have to calculate the length of small h. Now let the radius of the larger cone is capital R and the radius of the smaller cone we are taking by small r. So let radius of large cone, okay, large cone is denoted by capital R, and let radius of small cone, a small cone, we are denoting it by the small r. So the volume of the large cone. So what will be the volume of large cone? So the volume of the large cone value will be, I am denoting it with capital V. So that is 1 upon 3 pi, okay, capital R squared multiplied with capital H, okay, and the volume of the smaller cone. So volume of a small cone will be 1 by 3 pi small r squared multiplied with small h. Okay, now in the question it is told to us that the volume of the small cone, which is 1/3 small pi r squared h, is 164. 1 upon 64 times the volume of the large cone. So that is 1 upon 64 times 1/3 pi capital R squared capital H. You cut 1/3 from both the sides of left and right. Pi you cut from both the sides. So now what we have? Here we have a small h divided by capital H. I am taking this capital H to the left side and bring small r squared to the right side. So that is capital R squared 64 times small r squared. Now you see here, these two triangles will be similar. The triangle here, triangle AEG will be similar to the triangle ABD. Why? Because these two lines are planes are parallel. So EF is parallel to BC. So these two angles will be equal. Corresponding angle, angle AEG, will be equal to angle ABD. And the angle AGE, this angle, okay, will be equal to this angle ADB, corresponding angle, and these two angles, angle EAG is equals to angle BAD. These are common angles, so triangles will become similar. Angle, angle, angle similarity. So the result will be what? The EG, that is small r, divided by capital R, will be equal to AD. Okay, AD, which is capital H, divided by the AG. Oh, sorry, the small h, AG, that is small h, divided by AD, that is capital H. Okay, so small h by capital H value is R by H. Okay, so here we are putting these values. So h in this equation number 1, I am putting this h, small h by capital H is small r by capital R. Okay, so here on the left hand side it is a small h by capital H. It is 1 upon 64 times capital R by small r, capital R by small r. So what will be capital R by small r? It will be capital H by small h. Okay, invert both the sides. Okay, so this comes to, okay, and whole squared. So it is 1 upon 64 times. It is capital H by small h whole squared. So it is H, capital H whole squared divided by 64 small h whole squared. Now you do the cross multiply. So small h cube. This capital small h squared, I am moving to the left side. So small h is already on the left, multiplied with small h squared. So h cube. Similarly, it is capital H cube. Value is 1 upon 64. So which is 1 upon 4 whole cube. So small h, okay, now taking the cube root of both the sides, small h by capital H value is 1 upon 4. So small h will be how much? It will be capital H divided by 4. Capital H is the height of the original cone. It is 60 by 4, which gives us 15 centimeter. So small h is 15 centimeter. So we are asked at what height the smaller cone is cut from the base of the original cone. That is capital H minus small h. That is the thing we are asked. So capital H minus small h value will be how much? Capital H is 60. Small h is 50. So this gives us 45 centimeter, which is the answer. So which is the correct choice? It is number C. So the C is the correct choice. Okay, so C is the correct choice. Now we are moving to the question number 8. If the circumference of the circle is equal to the perimeter of the square, then the ratio of their areas is asked. Now you see, let the radius of the smaller circle, let the radius of the circle, let radius of circle, you take it as R, okay, and the length of the side of the square, length of side of square you take as x unit. Both are units. Okay, it is so many units. So it is told to us the circumference of the circle is equal to the perimeter. So what will be the circumference of the circle? It is 2 pi r will be equal to the, okay, perimeter of the circle, that is 4x. So from here we are getting r by x is equal to x, we are moving to the right side, left, okay, left side. That will be, and you move 2 pi to the right side. So it is divide both numerator and denominator with 2. So it is 2 divided by pi. Okay, so that is the value of r by x. Now we are asked to find the ratio of their areas. So that is area of the circle divided by the area of the square. That thing is asked, area of square. Now you calculate this. So area of the square. So what is the formula of the area of the circle? It is pi r squared. And what is the area of the circle formula? Oh, sorry, square formula. It is side squared. That is x squared. So that comes to 2 by pi. Okay, so here we are asked to find the ratio of the area. So it is, okay, it is not 2 by pi, sorry. Okay, sorry, it is pi r squared by x squared. Now r by x value is here like this. R by pi R by X value is 2 by pi. So this is coming to pi. Okay, multiplied with R by X whole squared. Now R by X value is 2 by pi. So put its value in place of R by X. So it is 2 by pi whole squared. So which is coming to pi multiplied with 2 squared is 4 divided by pi squared. Now divide the numerator and denominator with pi. So we are getting here this ratio is 4 by pi. Now put the value of pi. Pi value is 22 by 7. So its ratio is 4 divided by 22 by 7. So it is 4 times 2, 7 will move up and 22 will come down. So divide both the numerator and denominator with 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 22 divided by 2 is 11. So 2 times 7 is 14 whole divided by 11. So the ratio is 14 is to 11. So which is the correct choice? Here the choice number B is the correct choice. 14 is to 11. So the answer is B. Now we are moving to the sum number 9. A pole 6 centimeter, a 6 meter, okay, here it is 6 meter high, cast a shadow 2 root 3 meter long on the ground than the sun's elevation. So here it is like this. Here, here it is. There is a one pole. You draw this pole. Suppose we pole is AB. It is perpendicular to the ground. The sun's elevation, that means in what angle the sun's rays are falling on the ground. Now it is falling on the ground like this. Suppose it touching the top of, okay, of the here the tower pole. So this is pole. Okay, now this will be the shadow. It is touching here at C. So this will be the shadow of the pole. Okay, now here this will be the pole. Now the height of the pole is given in the question. It is 6 meter. And the length of the shadow is also told to us. It is 2 root 3. Now it is asked, what is the elevation of the sun? So this angle is asked. So this theta degree is the elevation of the sun. So in the triangle ABC, now here we have to find the angle theta degree. So what will be the value of tan theta? It is perpendicular by base, opposite upon adjacent. So it is AB by BC. So now you put the values. So AB is 6 meter divided by 2 root 3 meter. So here 2 root 3 meter. Okay. Now meter and meter you cut. Divide 6 and 2 by 2. So here it will become 1. Here it is 3. So tan theta value, what we are getting, 3 by root 3. Multiply the numerator and denominator with root 3. So it is coming to 3 root 3 whole divided by 3. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. So cut here 3 from the top and down. It is coming to root 3. So root 3 value is of tan 60 degree. So tan theta is equal to tan 60. So theta is equals to 60 degree, which is the elevation of the sun. So A is the correct choice. Now this is the last question. Okay, sum number 10. Now what is the question saying? Which of the following cannot be the probability of an event? Now we know that the probability of the event is always, okay, between 1 and 0 including both, 0 and 1 including both. In the choice number A it is 1/5, which is less than 1. It is possible. B 0.3, it is also possible. It is less than 1 and greater than 0. Okay, both 1 upon 5 is lying in this range, greater than 0 and smaller than 1. So A and B will be correct. C is 4%, which is 4 upon 100. Okay, 4% is 4 upon 100, which is 0.04, which is also lying in this range. So it is also possible. 5 upon 4 is bigger than 1. It is 1 and a quarter, which cannot be possible. A probability cannot be more than 1. So this is the correct choice, number D. So the answer is D. Okay, I hope that you must have understood the sums. So the other sections I will be doing in the other class. Okay, so I hope that you would have understood the thing. Okay, have a good day. Okay, bye.